right, guys. So, yeah, so me and Drew were getting on it this morning. Bo called earlier, but, you know, I can't work Bo because, you know, he got court today, and he ain't trying to, I wasn't gonna work him, man, because of, well, I didn't know that he was wanting to work until, you know, 7:15 this morning, and I don't do that, dude. I mean, I gotta really be needing help, you know, for me to flip the script at 7:15 in the morning. So, you know, I'd already printed out the schedule and the money and everything and routed us and all. So, and, you know, I thought Bo had to go to court. So, apparently his court date, he's saying that they're gonna drop the charges, and that might be fine. But he don't go to court, they ain't gonna drop the charges. You can bet that. So yeah. So we got a lot over here to do. Yeah, this is a pretty big leaf cleanup here. Well, not cleanup. I'm just gonna cut the grass like I normally do and shoot the shit to the bed. So it's not that bad. I'll probably get some. I don't know if I'll get no footage here, y'all, because the owner's out here right now. But I'll probably get some footage today. I didn't get none yesterday, man. All right, guys. So we're over here at the first one, and this is one of the customers that would. This is one of the customers that I think I could get to spend some money on trimming trees. And that's got money. He's a pilot. But see, you guys look at all the. See, I could trim all these trees up, man, without any kind of, you know, without any kind of issues as far as, you know, ladders and all that. And see the layout of the land too. It's perfect, man. You could put that lift out here, and you could just go to town and pick up the canopy on all these trees. So, yeah. And you see, there's a lot that you can do, man. Me and this customer have talked about, you know, coming in here with a skid steer and doing grass in here and all of that. So, but you see how we could trim up the trees and we could get more sunlight in. All the pin oak over there, you know, this dogwood right here, trim it up, trim everything up high, as high as the lift will take us. There's another oak tree right there, trim that up. I mean, you could even trim that holly right there. I think, no, that ain't a holly, whatever that is, that big tree bush. See, you could just trim that. I mean, there's a lot that you can do with a lift over here. So that's what I'm talking about when I say, you know, a man lift, because you can make money with it when I do it. I believe, I really do. Anyway, I'm gonna grab the 800 and I'm gonna go to the backyard where the pool is. And y'all seen me over here before. Bo and them trimmed all the bushes back there before. So yeah. Anyway, this Ray, I'll kick back, man. Okay, guys, so we're over here. Y'all been over here before. Me and Drew are doing the bushes real quick. You know, I normally would have had Bo come over here on this one, but y'all know Bo ain't gonna do. Bo had court and all that today, so we're gonna have to do what we gotta do, you know. So I'm gonna hang you guys. I'm gonna put you on time lapse and hang you guys up right here where y'all can kind of see what's going on, man. All right, y'all.
Let it ride.
All right, y'all. So that's pretty much what you wanted us to do with the bushes. And we ran today. We ran all the two Milwaukee hedge trimmers that I got. I got the articulating ones, and I got this one right here. And y'all saw the bushes that I did there by myself. You know, all the little ones and stuff all across there. And just to kind of show you guys, look, it's still got three. Look, it's still got 3 lights out of 4. So that's pretty good if you ask me, man. This Milwaukee stuff ain't no joke, man. It's right on point, man. But you know, these customers have turned out to be really good customers, y'all. They spend a lot of money with me. They probably spend, you know, $10K a year with me, you know. So yeah, and they got a lot of projects they want to do around here. So you know, they want me to bring the Bobcat back over here and clearing up some stuff. So I'm in, y'all. I'm in deep over here, though. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put the camera up, and I'm gonna mulch up all the leaves, blow the leaves, blah 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 blah. Y'all know. All right, y'all. Peace out. So the video kind of screwed up today. The damn setting on the camera was slow motion, so it didn't get any of the footage after we did the bushes, y'all. I mean, sucks. But one thing I was talking about today was I had some guys come on and ask me, if I'm making, good money, why am I financing equipment? Well, there's a couple reasons why I finance equipment, y'all. If it's possible or doable or whatever. The number one reason why, well, cash is king, and I don't want to come off my cash if I don't have to. So there's that. Financing a piece of equipment and using the piece of equipment to make money before you have to pay for the piece of equipment, well, that's a no-brainer, y'all. That's just good business. As long as you don't have to pay interest or big boy interest on it or nothing. But the main reason why I finance equipment, if I can, is so I can hold on to my cash. It just makes sense to use somebody else's money to make money than my money, if I can. As long as I'm not paying, hefty interest rates or nothing like that. I don't mind paying a little bit of interest because you can overcome that with the work that you can do and all that. So, I never really want to pay cash for equipment unless I have to. I'm more likely to pay cash for something that I know a lot about than to something I don't know. And so when I step off into the unknown, well, I want to finance it. And I want to always get that payment as low as I can. And then I'm in control of how much I pay. It's a given that I can pay, the minimum. But I always pay the equipment off quicker than on paper. I always pay it off quicker, but you never know, something can happen where you can't pay it off that quick, and you might not be able to afford a payment if you jump out there and say, okay, I'm gonna get a $20,000 piece of equipment, and I want my payments to be $750 a month. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna want my payment to be whatever that minimum is, and then if I need to put a little down payment on it to make the minimum go, more friendly, then that's what I'll do. I'm always, you gotta be smart with your money out here, y'all. I can't emphasize that enough to grow your business. So if I pay cash for a $20,000 piece of equipment, then there's a lot more pressure on me to make the money quick. Like with this lift thing, if I buy a boom lift, if I buy one, I expect to be able to, make my money back really quick. Not no 5-year deal or nothing like that. Now I might finance it. I might
I might finance it and we'll put 5 years on paper just so the payment will be low. But I might, I'll pay it off quicker, so I won't have to pay all that interest. Or well, really, I'm not going to sign up for a high interest rate anyway. Usually around 3.25, something like that. Uh, Sometimes a little more, but never more than 4. You know, so and well, so then what I do is so then I'm in control of when I let the money go to pay for the equipment. Even if I could have the money sitting in the bank, man, and I might still finance a piece of equipment just because I don't want to let go of my cash. You know, if you get hurt out here or something happens to you, you know, my mortgage company don't accept equipment as payment, but they accept cash as payment. So, that's why I do that. And like I said, my channel's all about what I'm thinking out here, and why I do the things that I do. Sometimes, sometimes these things might not make sense to somebody else, and of course, the way they do business might not make sense to me. But if I'm buying, say I buy this lift, right, and I'm looking at $15,000 to $20,000, I could probably, well, I could pay cash for it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because that's too much cash to pull out and spend on a piece of equipment that I don't know nothing about as far as, the things that can go wrong with it and all that. But if I finance it, well, then that gives me a little bit of time to be able to work the equipment in, make sure that it's something that I can do. And if I don't like it, then I can sell it, or I can, make a few thousand. But whenever I put my money out there, it's a lot more stressful than using somebody else's money. I'm just being real from a business standpoint. And you pay for that, though, by paying interest. So I'm not, deceiving nobody or nothing like that. I'd rather use your money than my money to make money. I mean, if that's kind of the way it really is, and as long as the interest rate is friendly enough, then, it's cool. Because I'm going to always, I've never bought a piece of equipment and financed and didn't pay it off early. Never. Because it ain't that I'm worried about paying interest. I'm more thinking about I want to get it paid off so I can buy something else. And that's the reason why I pay it off quicker, because I say, okay, I want to pay this off so I can, buy the next piece of equipment, or the next thing that I need. And it's a constant thing, y'all. I'm always thinking about how to make more money, and yeah, I mean that's what I think about out here, of different ways to make more money. It's just the hustler instinct in me, man. Some of us got that, some of us don't, man. I'm always striving to figure out a way to make more money in the same period of time, to offer more services, and that makes more money, that's right up my alley. Because when you're me, and this probably doesn't apply to everybody, but when you're me and you have 95 customers, well, you can piggyback a lot of work off of that. You can turn that $60 lawn, that you're doing, and you might be able to turn it into a couple of hundred, 300-400 for a job in the off season. And if you can do that with 60 of your customers, well, you done got a chunk of money. And see, that's the benefit of having so many customers, y'all. And I don't know, and y'all might think this is crazy, but I don't know exactly how many customers I got. I know it's between 90 and 100. I've lost a few, I've gained a few. Biggest thing is I don't want to use my money if I don't have to? Why not just use enough of my money to acquire the equipment at a decent, payment, and then use the equipment to earn to pay the rest of it, you know? And then what you can do is you can say, well, for instance, you can say, okay, I'm gonna put $5 grand down on this lift. Might have to put a little more than that in reality, but we'll just use $5 grand as the bottom number. So I'm gonna put five. So I'll put $5 grand down on this lift to get my payment to around 200, 250, maybe $300 a month. Okay. Well, then I can. Then what I can do is I got the equipment and now I'm making money with the equipment, right? So I'm gonna get my $5 grand back, right? And as soon as I get my $5 grand back, that I put down, actual cash out of pocket, then I can take that $5 grand and I can buy something else. While as long as that piece of equipment that I bought the first time is earning like my projections are. Now you got to always be thinking about how quickly you can make your money back. Now, if it's going to take you a few years, that's okay. You just have to be able to project that a little bit. And what I see is a lot of guys, they're out here in this game and they're not sure if they're going to be doing it next year or the year after or all that. Well, see, I have an advantage to those type guys, and there's nothing wrong with that. I was on the fence for years, but I have an advantage to guys that are not sure because, see, I'm sure of what I'm going to be doing as long as I'm physically able for the remainder of my working career. So, and it's probably going to evolve a little bit, you never know. I might get all the way out of the lawn care business. You just never know. It's according to how things evolve, you know. But being, I don't see myself doing that, but I'm just saying that it can happen. So, I want to be able to grow the business. And the business needs to evolve each year. But back to what I was saying, so then you get your $5 grand back, right? And then you turn around and you got your $5 grand back, and you got the piece of equipment earning like it's supposed to. You kind of just set it off to the side, but you're earning with it, steady earning with it, just like you predicted. And then you can take that $5 grand and you can put it down on another piece of equipment that you may see and get your payments friendly enough. Meanwhile, you got your payment on the first piece of equipment to where it's manageable, and you can use it to just start paying chunks on it. Go on and pay just paying chunks on it. Of course, it all depends on what kind of business you're in, and it all depends on how much risk you're willing to take. For me, it's not a big risk because I know I'm going to be doing this until I retire, if I can. And so, with that being said, I'm not on the fence about anything. I'm all in on everything, y'all. Everything, that makes sense to me. And what makes sense to you, Ray? Well, based on my 13 years experience in the game and just me being a Southern country boy my whole life, I've been around tools and stuff my whole life. So I know a pretty good bit. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I know a pretty good bit about equipment, and I know the value of things. And when I start stepping off into something like a man lift, these are things that I don't know the value of. I don't know what'll break on them. I don't know so many things about them. I just know how to run one, and I know I can make money with one. But see, I also know that I'm not getting out of this business next year either. I also know that I'm not going back to work for the man, never. So that's my thinking. My thinking is, the long game, not the short game. And though the long game consists of a whole lot of short games in between, buying equipment, paying for it, buying equipment, paying for it, and the reason I like to pay the equipment off fast is so I can buy the next piece of equipment. That's my motivation to pay it off. So that's kind of how I think out here. Now, I don't know if that's right or wrong or how everybody else thinks or what. But see, I know I'm going to be doing this, for the next 15 years. So y'all might see me make purchases that somebody that's not sure what they're going to be doing, and and not sure if they're going to be in this game, not sure if they can make it. I might be making crazy moves from their perspective, but from my perspective, being in the long haul, the long game, then these are moves that I'm going to make, to grow the business. This away, that away, this away, that away. I mean, I want to grow the business every which way. I want my bottom line to be bigger. I want the bottom line to be better. And another thing that you can take away from all this, the good and the bad, man, is you learn all along the way. When you start spending your money and taking a chance with your money, gambling with your money, so to speak, well, you start remembering things. You start learning things. You start, because it's in your best interest, And I got a prime example here. The Skag. I'm going to take a loss on that Skag, but it'll never happen again. I'll never take it. And I know all you guys are going to be saying, "Hey, Ray, I told you not to buy a Skag. I told you not to buy a Skag. I told you not to buy a Skag." I know. But somebody like me, I got to go through it, man. I have to, everybody was telling me, or not everybody, but a lot of people were telling me not to buy a Skag, but nobody could really say exactly why not to buy one. So I just assumed that the Skag would cut just like these mowers right here, but they don't. But no matter what happened with the Skag or whatever, I'm going to take a hit on it, and I learned a valuable lesson, just like I do with every equipment purchase. I learn when I make mistakes, and I learn when I succeed, and so you have to remember everything that that you go through. So, and then next thing you know, if you're young in the game, you learn and you take in everything that you can, everything going on around you, everything that you see out there. You just take it all in, and then bam, you'll fast forward 10 years and you'll be like, I know that, I know this, I know that. That ain't worth a damn. That's a great tool. That's not. And then you'll kind of learn where you can make your money at. I know for a fact that I can make $5,000 or $6,000 with a tree with a lift right now today. If I buy a Mini X, I don't have any work for a Mini X. I don't have and I'm not saying I can't get work, but it's going to be harder for me. I'm going to be able to use the money from this, from a lift or something like that. It's a lot more needed right now than a Mini X. I mean, you guys tell me what you think. Say I went out and bought a Mini X today. Okay, I got a Mini X, $40,000, whatever, in my damn backyard. I ain't got one customer calling me about a Mini X. And I know you're saying, okay, well, you got to market. You got to. I've never even ran a Mini X, man. Never even rented one. Don't. Well, you can learn, dude. You can learn, but all that takes time. Meanwhile, back at the Bat Cave, I can get this lift and I can make $5,000 or $6,000 now, right now, before Christmas. So that's kind of been my thinking, all along. Of course I want to get a Mini X, and of course I probably will, but I have to learn a little bit more. I have to pace myself a little bit so I can be comfortable with with the Mini X that I buy, and I have to be comfortable knowing that I can make my money back. And I do see myself buying one. I just don't see myself buying one this year. Now, if I had a contractor out there that was saying, hey, Ray, you buy a Mini X, I'll give you $100,000 worth of work. Well, then I'm going to buy a Mini X. I mean, I would even buy one if somebody says, hey, Ray, I got a $10,000 job for you if you get a Mini X. I'll go buy a Mini X. But I don't have none of that. And I feel real stupid having a $600 a month payment on a piece of equipment sitting out there in my backyard, not making no money, looking all pretty, and I'm not earning with it. Why? Because I don't know how. Why don't you know how? Because I haven't had any experience with it, man. So you got to make smart moves, man. You don't buy equipment where you can't see the money coming in. Now, yeah, dude, I know that I can make money with a Mini X, no doubt. no doubt. But I can't make no money tomorrow with one if I had it. I don't even know how to operate one. It would probably take me a couple of months in order to get the Mini X, get it where I'm comfortable with it, and start earning money with it that justifies a $40,000, $35,000 ticket. You know, or I could buy the man lift for 15 to 16, 18,000, and I can make my money. I can make 5 or 6,000 before January 1st with it. What's more appealing? And then, and that's me not even marketing. I would predict that I could probably make my money back on a lift within a year. You know, and usually if I think that, then it'll happen in 8 months. I paid the skid steer off in 9 months. So, and the skid steer was $24,000. So, you know, that's my thoughts on that. And I know this video is kind of untypical because I'm not in the truck and I'm sitting here in my garage, and y'all see the mess around me. We just had a yard sale this weekend, and everything's just strode out everywhere. But that's my thinking on all that, y'all. And I kind of just I'm going to conclude the video here. And this is Ray, and it's den time now, y'all. Peace out.